Hey, this is Oli.
And this is Jordan.
Welcome to the Real Cup Podcast, where we give you our unfiltered take on life.
It was definitely my turn to do the
Yeah,
intro.
I think so. I just paused. I just went into it.
I
Um,
mean, now you got to pay me back and I'll do it
yeah.
2 times in a row.
Okay. That sounds good. I don't know why I just
You're
jumped
just
in.
feeling greedy today.
Yeah, I'm just like, I want all the spotlight. Give it to me.
Sounds about like you.
Yeah, that's pretty
Not.
pretty stereotypical Aquarius. Nah,
Is
like
that
my
what you
Leo
are?
sun. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. My
That's
Leo sun,
cool.
that would make more sense. As far as
Yeah.
like if you follow that stuff, you know
Right.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Aquarius is we're more like we can be renegades and we like to think outside of the box
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely not me.
Cool.
Yeah. No.
No,
No,
not at
not at
all.
all.
That literally describes you to a
Yeah.
T.
A lot of stuff can be pretty spot on. It's funny about
Yeah.
that. I like it. I mean, I know a lot of that stuff can, I think, be generalized.
Yeah.
But I still think it can be fun and to look into. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to say. I read this the other day
Okay.
and it kind of like it was one of those not aha moments, but like moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people talk a lot of crap about energies and wavelengths and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we have radio wavelengths.
Yeah.
We have
Oh, it's a
5G
real
that you
thing for
can't see,
sure.
but
Yeah.
makes things happen. Our
Mm-hmm.
voice wavelengths between our microphones right
Yeah,
now,
you can't
you
see
know?
it, but it's there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy to me.
I know.
So I mean I wonder if there is some truth to some of that stuff, but like I like to
Right.
be open to it,
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah. Mine is cancer, and everything that you read about it is like definitely not me. So I've always just like been a non-believer because of that. Cause I'm
Yes.
like, well, I mean, it doesn't fit into my personality test. It is against my interests and the way that I communicate. Like
Yeah.
it's just not really an opinion thing.
Hmm.
But then I was talking to someone recently who specializes in it.
Yeah.
And honestly, just because I haven't followed it pretty much forever, I
Right.
literally don't remember. And this was so recently. But she went over the description of I think it is a moon sign,
Yeah, there's all
and
kinds.
that was it, like, that described me, so I'm like,
I think you're
"Okay,
a Cancer.
maybe." Yeah, I'm a Cancer,
Yep.
and so
I
but
know
she
some
went
stuff.
over yeah, like, whatever my moon sign was, which is different,
Right.
and
Yeah, you have a
that
sun
one
sign, a moon sign.
okay,
Hmm.
what's the regular sign?
I think most people go by their moon sign.
Oh, I
And then
thought
I
it was
think like
opposite. Okay, whatever the other one
and you know me,
was.
I could be swapping it too because I do
Yeah,
that. So
yeah,
but it's either moon or sun. It's one of the
yeah.
two.
I thought she said the secondary one was moon sign, but again,
You
I
know
don't
what? I
know.
have an app
Oh,
that
yeah.
tells
Yeah,
us. I'm just
yeah,
gonna look it up real quick.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So if you should read the regular Cancer one and then whatever the Cancer moon sign is.
Oh, I gotta like relog in
Oh.
because we got the new phone. Did not think
Anyways,
about
it's
that.
very interesting, but I
Right.
was like, okay, well, that's worth giving it a second thought. Um,
Absolutely. Well, I think it's pretty cool when you see things that are definitely kind of like, oh yeah, it's got a whole password there. You get logged in.
yeah.
But I mean, like we can do a quick search on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Exactly. Yeah, I wonder what your moon sign is.
well, that's it. There's an app called
Yeah.
like CoStar.
Uh-huh.
So you download it and you
Yeah.
enter in like it's one of those like you enter in everything, like your time
Yeah.
and morning you were born, stuff like that,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
and it
yeah.
tells you all of that. It tells you what
Hmm.
your sun, moon, all that, and then you can
Yeah.
even link up as friends, and
Yeah.
like you can see what each other's
Cool.
are, and
Cool.
like it's like a whole little community too, and everything like that.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool. Not to
Yeah.
like advertise for
Yeah,
them or
they're not
anything. Yeah,
yeah,
they're not.
this is not a paid ad.
No, no, not at all. And I'm sure there's tons of different apps out there
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happens to be, one of my friends who used it
Uh-huh.
pointed me towards it, and
Yeah.
that happened to be the one I used.
That
It's
is
pretty
cool.
popular.
All right. I'll have to check it out now that I'm exploring the possibility of that being a thing.
Yeah.
Whoa. But I
Um,
do the energy thing, that's like for sure.
yeah, so it looks like
That's
most
not a
people, I think,
question
go
to
by their
me.
moon sign. Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, they're all like kind
Okay.
of important
Well, I don't know
overall.
which
Like you
one's
look into
one of them's, like, accurate, one's not. Anyways,
well, you have a
interesting.
primary. So what I know, because like my
Uh-huh.
sister is into this stuff,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Partly you guys are a day apart in birth. That's
Yeah.
partly how I know you're a Cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. But aren't we
And
on, like,
so
the
you're on the
cutoffs?
cusp.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
guys
So
are
she's one,
Geminis,
I'm the other.
and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what is it? Oh, yes. So there is a primary one,
Yeah.
and then there's a secondary one, and
Yeah.
that's like where it comes down to like the sun
Right.
and the moon,
Right.
but they all like encompass you. So like my sister once said
Mhm.
that I don't even know if I want to put this. She said like the reason I get along with like girls and stuff, and this is not my she said why I get along with girls though is like
You or she's talking about
myself.
herself?
Yeah,
Okay.
because like I have a lot of like I guess water signs,
Okay.
which means that I can be like softer.
Okay.
Not that I'm like, I'm like just gentle, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and whatnot. Like not that I'm not like abrasive at times or anything, because
Yeah.
I can be absolutely. But
You'll throw down if you need
yeah,
to.
absolutely. Well, water can crash. Bruce Lee said be water, just so we're clear, right? You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So
Mhm.
but yes, but that was her explanation, and I don't fully know all this stuff. So if I'm saying it wrong, because I do that a lot too,
She
I'm
needs to
totally the
listen to
Tim
this,
Allen of
and,
this. She's
yeah,
probably
we
like
need to
my
have
new.
her a guest on
Oh
this
yeah,
to talk
she
about
does
it.
tarot readings. She could do our
Yeah.
tarot reading.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I haven't had her do it for me
What?
yet
And
or
she's your
anything.
sister?
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
Well, you have to have like normally you have to have like something specifically, if I
Yeah.
remember right, because I asked her about it. We've talked about it tons of times. You
Mhm.
know, you have an idea of something you want to get answers on.
Right.
And I haven't really had anything that needed to reach out
Yeah.
and get answers on. Like,
Yeah.
not to say I haven't been like confused on anything per se,
You don't wanna
but
know when you're gonna die?
no, no, definitely not. I've thought about that. Yeah, like
Oh.
that's a great thing to talk about. Like, yeah, I mean, would you want to know when you're gonna? Because it could. I feel like it could either do two things, right? Like make you super brave
Yeah.
and not worried about like
Right.
dying, right?
Uh-huh.
Or would you just be like scared of that moment always coming up, not knowing like because how much
Yeah.
would you know? Would you know like the 5 seconds or 10 or 5 minutes worth of you dying and nothing before that? So you'd always be like, when is that moment about to happen?
No, like, knowing when ahead of time. Like, right now, if you
Like you'd know the
knew the date
exact
and
moment in
time.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just seeing like a blip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you knew how, you might be able to avoid it.
Yeah.
So, like, you
But
wouldn't
like
really be able to know how.
what if all you knew was you saw yourself laying on the ground in the kitchen with a fork in your stomach dying? Would
Yeah.
you just stay out of kitchens then at that point?
Yeah. For
Okay.
sure. So, you couldn't really that would be just like a glimpse into the future that can be altered.
Right.
But if you just knew the time, the date and the time,
Yeah.
I think I feel anxiety not knowing it, so I feel like even though it
Okay.
would cause anxiety, at least
Yeah.
then I could maximize my time. I could write letters to children ahead of time.
Yeah.
I could organize things ahead of time. So there's just like to me there'd be more pros and cons, but
That
also
makes
there's
sense.
probably cons that I can't conceptualize.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
recognize that too.
Have you ever
But
thought about doing that, like writing letters to your kids
yes,
and stuff
for
like that?
sure.
I have
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like it
But
makes me not want to start it because I feel like it would just be so
you're
daunting.
putting it out in the like,
Mhm.
yeah. I've thought
Yeah.
about the same thing
Yeah.
because I
Mhm.
thought like you see those movies where people are dying and leave videos for their kids, right? And
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like something happened, I could leave something behind aloud, be like, hey,
Yeah.
this is the kind of man I hope you would turn into, or
Right.
and not like, but generals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just be nice to the
Mhm.
people around you, stuff like that,
Mhm. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and but then like you said, I think you put it perfectly. It's like, oh, it's out in the world now. Like it's
Mhm.
almost like you want to prep for a lot, but how much do you really want to prep? I don't know.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. I know. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Almost will it into existence.
like if I died right now, oh my gosh, everyone would have such a time going through all my stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this girl thinking? Like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with her?
Like your
Like,
Google
I have
searches and
just
stuff.
weird stuff. I Google searches. Oh, I delete that. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh, it's
No.
I get it. Like mine is ludicrous. I Google search everything.
Not
Like, oh,
really.
and I give
What are
no
your oh shoot, I left my phone
I mean, I look
in
up
there.
Oh yeah, because it's charging.
We should look up hold on, I'll
Yeah,
be
go get
right
it.
back. So, we should definitely share some of the random stuff we have in our Google search.
Let me
I'm
see.
very curious what you would just search about
Oh,
randomly.
mine.
Wait, how do I go into, like, a list of my searches, though? I guess I don't know.
So with mine, how you do it is you just hit like
Uh-huh.
the search button and it pops up a
Okay.
history. My
Okay.
stuff recently is not
Not very
too
interesting.
insane.
Okay.
I
Um,
mean, it just depends on how you read them.
oh my gosh.
Because
Um,
sometimes do you ever use Google search? Like I'll hit the voice to text option on
uh-huh.
it and I'll use
Yeah.
it just to check a word.
Oh, okay.
Like if a word sounds like you ever write something and you're like, that's not right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's some of mine. Tea brands,
T-Bird.
news feed on Nextdoor. Is nutritional yeast the same as baking yeast?
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh, funny game for single people on stage
Mm,
because I'm planning
the event.
the event in February, which we can talk about at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be a blast.
Short quote about unhinged best friends.
I love it. That's a good one. Does
Good.
that have to go with the video you made?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. If you look on my Instagram, I
Yeah,
made one was called
it's so good.
Godsmack whatever lyrics.
Hmm.
Um
Oh,
Pixies Where Is My Mind lyrics. A lot of
that's a
lyrics.
good song.
Oh,
I love
okay.
that song.
Yeah, I had a friend send it to me.
Where is mama?
Burberry for Women,
Mm,
Ghost Tours. Oh no, Ghost Hounds Tours. That's a band. A lot of these are
yes.
music.
Yeah, yeah. You look up a lot of music.
Or Joan and Chalk Still Together because I watched The Golden Bachelorette.
So you're still trying to find
And
out?
Joan was a bachelorette and Chalk and Mike thought Chalk was like a little bit stir the pot-y,
Ooh,
but
okay.
I kind of liked him, but
Yeah. Did
I
you like that he was stirring the pot? Like, did he make things
no,
exciting?
no, no, because it was hard to tell. Like maybe he just really liked her and was willing to just do whatever it took to get
Right.
there. But also it's like, was he kind of stirring the pot to like make himself look better? It was really hard to tell.
So was he like there just to be on on the show, not
No,
actually
he
because
for
he loved
sure
her?
really liked her.
Oh,
He
or liked
did.
her or
He
whatever.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved her or whatever. Yeah. But I was also like, Mike and I are like, let's see if they're still together.
Yeah, you
But
got to
they
check out.
are.
They are?
So in
Well,
case
that's
you're
good.
wondering.
I am. I don't know who they are, but I'm curious now. I want to know how that
Yeah.
ends. Absolutely. Give me the cheese, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And then I spent some time looking up Violent Night too, because you sent me the
Yes.
link that
I
they're gonna
can't
make
wait.
another one, and I
Does
was
it
hoping
say
it'll be next year, so
next
it'll
year?
come out next Christmas.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, mine are not like I had one that was poems for hard mornings, which is sadder than like it wasn't that bad. Well, it wasn't like a hard morning, but just like one of those days, like, well, a friend was.
Oh,
And so they were having just kind of a crappy morning.
yeah.
And so like it wasn't a sad poem, more of just like, hey, some
Like
mornings
an
suck. We gotta
inspirational
get
or
going.
something?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
exactly.
okay. I
Um
thought it was for yourself. I
no,
was like, "Are
I
you"
mean sometimes, listen, sometimes you just gotta cry. No.
read a
And
poem?
read a poem and smooth. Yeah, I mean, just sit outside and just think. Let's see. I read something is somewhere as well that said that if you type into Google and type my type, it'll like
Mhm.
pop up something like it's supposed to show like your type of person. It did not.
Oh, who
Um,
was your type?
it didn't
It
show
didn't
it.
do anything?
No, it totally didn't do it. It just
Oh.
there's a band or something called My Type that came up,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, let's see here. I looked up Jerry Seinfeld. People think I'm gay because I'm single and neat, which is a funny
What'd you
video. It's Jerry Seinfeld. People think I'm gay because I'm single, thin, and neat. It's a moment like on the show where he quotes that. He says that because like this lady thinks it's a conversation between Elaine, Jerry,
Yeah.
and who's the shorter guy with the glasses? Um, shoot. He's hilarious. He's
Oh,
like
he's
such
so
a big
funny.
part of the show.
Yeah, I don't remember his
Uh,
name.
anyway, so they're all talking in a diner and they're talking about how somebody gets confused for being gay or whatnot. And then
Right.
Jerry brings up, he's like, that happens to me a lot. And they're like, what? And he
Uh-huh.
goes, oh yeah, people think I'm gay all the time because I'm single, thin, and neat. And I laughed really hard. I was watching
Like
it here in the
neat, like,
barber shop.
"I'm a neat person," or
Like
neat, like clean?
neat, like clean.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he's
okay.
tidy. And so I was here in the barber shop and I just laughed really hard because
Yeah.
like that happens to me and I don't care at all because there's nothing wrong with
You
it. You know what I
should do a
mean?
voiceover on a reel
I'm
for
thinking about
that.
it. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
was looking it up actually. That's so funny. You see great minds. That's why I was Googling it because people all the time will go to me and they're like,
I
so
wondered
what's
what I
up? And I'm
might
like,
do.
what do you mean? And the top two reasons
Yeah.
when people think that I am, and I'm never offended or anything, 'cause
Right.
you know, there's no reason to be.
Yeah.
But I always ask them like, if you don't mind, what are the reasons that you thought that? And
Right.
the top two are always because I'm clean
Mhm.
and
How
I have
funny.
manners.
How like,
Hmm.
that should be basic
That's what I'm
skills.
saying. Like it blows my
What the
mind. I'm like, is
heck?
that how low the bar is for men?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that like if you're
No,
clean and you have
oh
manners, they're
my
like, oh, he can't
gosh.
be into girls. Like, yeah, like
That's
yeah.
so
In my whole
crazy.
life, it's those have been the top two always. Like the
Well,
third
when I
one will
met you,
vary.
I wondered, but it was because you had like a lot of fashion sense and were nice jewelry,
Yes.
which is awesome. I didn't
Yeah.
like assume you were. I just wondered because also that is very
Oh,
common for
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So, but
Oh yeah.
I'm not one to like stereotype. So
Yeah.
it's like I remember I just asked you.
Yeah.
I wasn't like assuming anything.
No,
I was like,
absolutely.
"Hey."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also made it really um still remember something you said.
What did I say?
I thought about the other day and I told Mike about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever told you I remember this.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh no, what did I say?
And I can't
Like,
actually
what did
say it. I don't think I can say it on the
oh
podcast.
yeah, okay.
But I'll be able to convey what it was you said.
Yeah. I talked about a
It
lot of
was one of
dates and things
your
like that.
Oleisms. It was like a typo
Yeah, yeah.
that you said. And I just remember thinking like, "What? How did he what?" Like it was like so funny. Okay. So you
No, can you say it on here? We can always talk about it
I
later.
can I probably can. I
Yeah.
kind of feel uncomfortable saying it on here.
No, don't.
You were trying to talk about a kind of car. Did I ever
Uh-huh.
tell you about
I
this?
don't
I mean,
remember.
you said it, but I don't
I'm
think
sure.
you thought anything of it
Yeah.
because it was you say now I know you pronounce things and you mix
Right.
up your
So
words
like I
all the
probably didn't even
time.
realize
You
that
were
I
just like
mixed the word
whatever.
up.
You did at the time, but you didn't think anything of it. You just
Okay.
moved along in the conversation. I remember thinking like, "Oh my gosh, what just happened?" You were trying to talk about the car a Volvo,
Oh, I know what I said. Yeah. I said
and the
vulva.
word ended in A. And I was just like, "Did
I'll
he
say the
just
word.
say that?"
Yeah,
And
I
then
did.
you're like, "Oh, whoops, meant Volvo." And then you just moved along your conversation when we're in the middle of the sales
You
floor.
made
I'm
it
like,
sound
"What?
so much worse. I was
What?"
like, what did I say?
No, like
No.
I would have been more. I would have been like turning red, like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go on a break." Like that was embarrassing. But you were just another day in the life for you. I'm just like,
No.
but now I
I
know
mess
you,
that
and
word
I'm
up
like,
all the time. Yeah.
yeah,
Not just that word, but words in
yeah,
general.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, so
That's so funny.
that was so funny. I'll never forget
That's
that.
hilarious.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Is that okay? Is that word like really, is that a dirty word? To me, it's just
No.
like not a history word. See, like a his, like a biology word, I guess.
Yes,
Yes.
it should be.
Yes.
It should be.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
not yeah, I'm not used to that.
No, people don't just pop it out on the sales floor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Literally, I guess, as well as figuratively. Or- or-
I guess depends on what kind of sales
I
floor you're
mean,
on.
yeah, that's true. I mean, some sales floors, that's all they do.
Yeah.
There's songs about
Yeah.
it.
Yes. That's
Yes.
right. Mhm. That's right.
Yeah.
But anyways, what we're talking about?
Anyways, we were doing Google searches.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because the Jerry Seinfeld thing.
Yeah.
And then I looked up how far is a 10K
Oh yeah, okay.
because I was looking into that because I was
Yeah.
debating if we were going to do the 10K or the half marathon,
Yeah.
which obviously we went with the half marathon.
Yeah.
I looked up axe throwing. I looked at Bram
Oh.
Stoker's Dracula because I had to send you that picture of how my old hairstyle looks
Yes.
just like it.
Yes. Well, I was just like a picture. It's not like you actually did it like that.
No, not on purpose, but it is funny
Uh,
because of how the hair, when I had the longer hair, it just kind of fell and it gave me like
yeah.
one of these. Is that it right?
Uh-huh.
Where's the film? if at home you're listening or in the car, I guess too.
He's doing the YMCA right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
is
look
what's
kind of like
going on.
I was trying to give myself Bram Stoker hair, but it looked more like Mickey Mouse ears, if we're being honest.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah.
But good. All right, so you looked up a 10K though.
Yes.
Uh, isn't that like 6 miles and
It's a
something?
little over, yeah.
Okay,
Because
okay.
a 5K is 3.2,
Uh-huh.
I believe, or
Yeah,
3.5.
yeah,
Um, and so where the half mile is 13.
yeah.
So the
Okay.
10K is
Okay.
either 6 to 7. It's right in that area.
Yeah. So that's like
Um,
a little more like we probably run like a 7 or 8K every Sunday morning, right?
yeah, we run about 5 miles.
Uh-huh. So yeah, more like 8K, just kind of like our normal maintenance.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
something that that can't be right.
What are you reading?
I wrote 10K in miles,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out to 10,000 inches, which is 0.158 miles, which is not
Yeah,
obviously.
that source is whack.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
10K running.
Imagine measuring your run in inches.
So it's 6.2 miles.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah,
So we run just under a 10K.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we ran yesterday. We saw something so crazy.
Oh yeah, that was
I've
insane.
like never seen it before.
Yeah, I remember we were just running, and I knew that I was kind of thinking about our path because it
Yeah,
was raining out,
yeah.
and I
Oh
knew that
yeah,
there
we're
would be
running in the
areas.
rain,
Yeah,
which
which
is
I
which is
like it.
nice. And let's
Yeah,
have to go somewhere right afterwards and like
yeah, because you have to be
look
ready.
presentable, but as long
So
as I don't have to.
it's worth it.
I love running in the rain.
I'm the same.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the rain, I think it actually keeps you cooler, and I feel like I can run farther. Um,
Yeah.
and as long as I'm dressed for it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yesterday was a great day for it. It
Yeah.
wasn't too rainy, it wasn't too cold, but
Mhm.
it also wasn't like it was perfect out. And there were
Yeah.
a lot of animals just running around scurrying, which was kind of
Mhm.
surprising because you thought they would be kind of bundled up.
I know. Or
And
like hibernating or
yeah,
whatever cuz it is
exactly.
December.
It is. You would think it's
Like
like part of the winter
yeah.
time right now.
Mhm.
And I remember looking down the path and seeing like, what is that walking towards us?
Well, I it was like the size of a dog. So honestly,
Yeah,
I was like, is someone's dog loose? Cuz there
right.
was no owner, but it
No,
was this big thing.
all by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was running towards
Yeah,
us.
that was the other part. It was like,
And
wait,
you're
okay, so
like,
this is coming
what
right
is
towards
that?
us.
The nice thing
Yeah,
is you and I both have pretty good eyesight,
absolutely.
so we can see these things
Yeah.
from pretty
Well,
far.
we say that, but remember the log we thought was a hawk.
Okay. All right. I
That
take
was
that
the same
back.
strip
So
too. That was
pretty
the same
kind of good
strip.
website.
How funny of like
Yeah.
of
What's
area.
with that? We need to well, that's probably why
Maybe it's
we
a
yeah.
vortex.
Mhm.
Hmm. Anyways.
So we saw it running towards us though. That part was
Yes,
obvious. I guess we couldn't
absolutely.
really see what it was, but we
No,
saw it.
but it was like once you realized it kind of looked, you realize, like, okay, well, it's not a dog. It looks almost like a cat, but it looks almost too
Mhm.
big to be a cat, like
Mhm.
any house cat.
Yeah, and it was
That's
dark colored, like, you
yeah,
know. Cat.
and absolutely, yeah, it looked just like a cat running at us. But that
Mhm.
was the thing is that it was running at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Remember
then
we stopped, right?
I
We're
remember
like,
you said, because right after you said it, I realized it didn't have a tail. So you probably like realized it right before me, but you're like, is that a bobcat?
yeah,
And I'm like, yes.
yeah.
And then I like got a little video of it.
Part of me couldn't believe it.
Uh-huh.
Like that's I think the way I said it
Uh-huh.
out loud. I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
We've never seen that.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. I mean,
5
running
years.
now down
Yeah.
there pretty much most
Never.
Sundays.
And I don't know
Yeah.
anyone that has seen one. I mean, obviously, just in our friend group.
Right.
I've never
I haven't
seen
heard
anyone
about it.
post about it. I haven't seen it on Nextdoor.
No, yeah, me either. I
There's
haven't
a
heard about it.
bobcat on the trail running towards us.
So crazy. Well, and
I
especially there
know.
was a cougar out prior, right?
Yes. So, oh, and by the way, I'll put that video on the Real Cut Instagram page
Cool.
because it was pretty crazy. Everyone I've
Oh,
shown it to
of the
is like, oh
Bobcat.
my God. Yeah, the
Yes,
bobcat.
yes,
What did you think
absolutely.
I was talking about?
Maybe you had a video of a cougar.
Well, that is on in the newspaper right now
Yeah.
because like a couple nights ago, well, yeah, nights because it was spotted at 7 p.m. A cougar, like half a mile away from where we were, like where we
Uh,
run.
yeah.
like constantly. Every Sunday we run.
Yeah.
And it was spotted by the river, and you and I always run down by the river. It was more on the Minto Brown side, but
Yeah.
we run there too.
Yeah, with that we go over there
That
all the
was
time.
where the triathlon was. It was over there.
Yeah, we practiced that whole loop because it
Yeah.
was we
That's like
knew that's where we'd need to be
literally,
running. That's
that's where it
crazy.
was. So I didn't really want to go down by the river yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean,
which was
yeah,
understandable.
yeah. So like
Yeah,
two big cats,
big cats.
predatory cats
Right.
were literally at our park that we run
Mhm.
at.
I know, we need to get a dog we can run with.
I know.
Big one.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one, but she's a big wimp and
Yeah.
she couldn't keep up
She's
with us.
like the nicest
I know
dog
she's so
though.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
she's
could
just a
walk with her,
lover.
but I
Yeah.
know. But yeah, so
Um,
that was pretty crazy.
that was. It
And
was incredibly crazy.
I mean, honestly, if we came up against a cougar, I know you're not supposed to run. I think I would probably run. Like
Yeah.
it'd probably be my way to die that I can't see in my future
Yeah, that would be it.
because I don't know
Yeah.
if I couldn't not
We
run.
got to be bigger. Well, and it's not even necessarily, it just depends on the situation. Like
Yeah,
initially, you just got to stand still
really.
and kind of, well, you have to assess your situation.
Yeah.
Because if it's just going to walk by and leave you alone,
Oh,
you
like
don't
it's
want to
not
do
really
anything.
looking. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's why you don't want to just panic because you may
Mhm.
actually put yourself into that situation.
Mhm.
Because if
Yeah.
it sees you as prey, all of a sudden you are prey now.
Mhm.
That's just instinct, right?
Yeah.
Um, and you're right. If it doesn't see you, um, if it maybe it's just walking by and it doesn't care, it just
Right.
ate.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
if you freak out and it thinks now that you're going to harm it and it has to protect itself, you've
Mhm.
cornered it. That could be bad too.
Or I
So,
guess if it's like hungry.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's the other side of it too. Is a lot of them they want easy prey. So, like if you look too difficult
Mhm.
as well, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to fight you.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I like literally still think I would run.
I
I
get it.
don't like I feel like you'd go
I say all of this, and I'm probably there.
like
Like,
I'll
oh,
let
that'd be so
you
scary.
stay back
Yeah, of
and do
course, the
that.
slow swimmer, right? Yeah, you're like, I'm out of here. What if it just like jumped over me towards you,
Oh no, it probably
right?
would. That'd be my karma
I'd be
for
like
running and
trying to
leaving
grab
you.
it.
That's probably what would
Yeah,
happen. Yeah, I would deserve it.
no,
You can let it do it if that happens.
no, that wouldn't be good.
That would just
That'd be
literally be my worst nightmares running into one of those.
yeah.
It would be if you lived through it, it would be not attacked and lived through it, but if it like walked by or
I
you saw it from a
What would you do? So
distance.
if you were wrestling with a cougar, like how would you fend it off?
I mean the only
Have you
thing I
ever
would
thought
know
about
is
that?
to use my Krav
That's what I'm
skills,
saying.
which
So
is
how would you
like
Krav
pinning
Maga
its
that?
paws against me and like kicking its face,
All right.
putting my like feet in between, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
I
Yeah,
don't think those are
kicking it
necessarily
and
bad
then
ideas.
yeah, so I that's probably the only thing that I would know to do. And
Right.
that's for humans. So
Right.
I don't know, but I know essentially if it's like a limb with a weapon at the end of it
That's
and
the
the
hard part.
teeth,
Yeah.
so it's like dealing with knives,
Yes.
many knives at
Right.
one time, which is like awful.
So then would you ever go for the death kill? Like the death like blow is what I mean
I
to
don't
say?
know if I
Like if you
could
had
against
to?
one. Oh, well, I mean, I would if I
Yeah.
could. I just don't know if there is one.
So have you ever seen Roadhouse, the old one?
Yeah.
Dalton,
Yeah.
where
I
he
mean, I've
just
seen it.
ripped the guy's throat out?
Yeah, like for a
Yeah.
human, but I mean, I
They
don't
have
know
throats
human
too.
to cat.
Like
Yeah.
cats, just rip
I
that part
know,
out.
but it's like their head moves different. Like,
True.
I mean, just everything is different.
I'm
Like,
sure.
I mean, the concept
It's
is the
gotta be
same, but
like
I
pretty
wouldn't know how
hurtful
to
though.
do it.
I mean, you just grab and rip
Yeah. Like,
because they're gonna.
yeah, but like, I don't know how its head, I don't know if
I don't know
a
either.
human hand can compete
You
with
know
it.
what? And it may have like a skeletal,
Yeah.
have you ever heard about? So I'm gonna pivot a little bit, like
Okay.
how alligators or maybe
Yeah.
crocodiles, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
get one, but they hunt them and they have such strong like pelts or
Mm-hmm.
scales or backs or
I
whatever. They
think
can
it's
shoot them in
both of
certain
them.
areas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
For
I
sure.
understand what you're saying. It could be just like that, how they
Yeah.
could have a certain different
Yeah.
structure.
I dated a guy that did alligator wrestling
Oh,
before.
really? Okay.
In Florida.
Is that what he called
Fun
his
fact.
ex-girlfriends?
No, I actually saw pictures. It
I'm
was like
just kidding.
legit.
That is
It-
pretty cool.
I
I just had
know.
to make the joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was very loose.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
He really used that to his advantage.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me looking back now, I'd be like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah,
Bye.
that's so funny. But that's what you do. You go through life. I think that's how you learn lessons. You have to make some decisions and
Right.
go, okay, that was either a bad one
Yeah.
or a good
Uh-huh.
one,
Oh yeah. Most
Yeah.
of mine were bad before the age of like 23.
Well,
They
that's
were kind
how.
of all like, why did I do that?
Well, not
Thankfully,
everybody's.
one thing I don't regret is any of my tattoos that I started almost 20 years ago.
See, that's cool.
So I'm glad about
Yeah, that's awesome.
that.
I agree with you. But mine are only like 7 years old. They're not as old.
Which is, it is smart to have waited and to have calculated them carefully.
Well, there was a grandma also that was part of it. I was scared of.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are calculated.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
That's the OCD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only grandparent I see consistently is my mom's mom,
Hmm.
and she doesn't love him, but also it's like she's pretty open-minded.
She's the cool one,
Mhm.
right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
all cool, but like,
Yeah. My grandfather just passed away like 3 days ago.
oh,
Did I
really?
tell
Huh?
you that?
No, I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
But I didn't see him very often.
Okay.
So he's just I'm yeah, he's just
Somebody you
in a
knew,
better
but didn't know.
place now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and at a
Mhm.
certain point, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I wanted to post like a tribute post to him, but also I didn't want like the flurry of like sympathy messages because I don't like need them.
right. That's
And
understandable.
so yeah, I ended up not. So
That makes sense.
just can be it because I had a lot of fun with him when I was a
Good. Yeah.
kid.
Well, and it's funny how some people come into our lives and they have a bit of our life and we're a bit of their
Mhm.
life, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
and it can be that. And I think everybody celebrates life in different ways, and
Mhm.
there's not a wrong way to do
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't need. I know what you mean. It can be
Yeah.
overwhelming, all the sympathy.
Mhm.
Well, while the thoughts are great,
Oh yeah, the
right?
intents are
Of
wonderful.
course,
Uh-huh.
it can still
Yeah.
feel overwhelming.
I think it's important for some people to need that 100%.
Yeah,
Probably most, especially if it was a close loss, like that would be very necessary. It just
absolutely.
wasn't in my case, but yeah.
Yeah,
So,
which is fine.
anyways, yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I don't think you knew I had tattoos.
No, yeah. That's funny.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
Are
I
we
don't
got to set
know.
up. We're gonna get one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. We were texting about it the other day.
Hmm.
I'm excited to get those and then post them on the Instagram page at some point.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get that set
Tribute
up.
to triathlons.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna get
gonna
a
be
second one in
awesome.
this year. And then we're doing a
Uh-huh.
marathon now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing
It's
I mean,
awesome.
it was a classic where you text me, you're like, "You want to do this half marathon?" And I was like, "Yep."
Yep.
And then you're like, "We're signed up now." I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah.
So we have a month or a little
A
less.
little less.
Oh
No,
my God.
we're right about a month right now, actually. Yeah. Because okay. So today's the 8th, right?
Mhm.
And I think it's on the
Mhm.
14th.
Or ninth. Ninth. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And I believe it's
Yeah.
on the
A little
14th.
over.
So a little over a month, which did
Um,
not plan that right. But I mean, like we said, our legs are
it
pretty good. I
sounds
think we'll be
long
fine.
ways away, January. Like it
Yeah.
sounds a long ways away, but also now it's like, oh shoot, it's next month.
Right. Well, and we're doing the half marathon.
Yeah.
So that's
I've never
13.1
done a half
miles.
marathon by itself.
Right. Yeah. We did it with the Ironman
Mhm.
essentially.
Mhm. And that was last time I ran 13 miles.
Same. Yeah.
So we gotta
Get some
get into
miles in.
gear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm confident we'll be fine. I would love to just have
Absolutely.
it be really strong,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
not have, like not walk, like just have it be really strong and like a
Yeah. Hit it
great
all.
pace for us. So that's what I would love. I know we're gonna have no problem with
I think so too.
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, our legs are not going to be dead from like biking 56 some
Yeah.
odd miles
Yeah.
prior to it.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I think it should be, I think you're right. I think we'll get a solid pace just like we normally do. And
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
we should be able to hit it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which will be
So we'll
good.
be good there
Get some
and
medals.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think kind of our plan we were talking about just that way if for anyone listening that's prepping for a race,
Hmm.
like we need to probably do twice a week. So
Yeah.
I need to look at my calendar. We'll time block that in. So instead of
Absolutely.
once a week run, we'll move to twice
Yep.
and then run about a 10K, give or take. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll just
sorry,
up it.
10K, 10-mile, give or take. I mean, I'm fine running a little shorter or longer, but
Right, but you
just
weren't
to get
necessarily
that
wrong. The
distance
10K
in.
is right under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then about a 10K. You're right, like
Yeah.
the pyramid build up, just like we did before, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that what they
But
called
not
it?
like the full, like if we did a full 13. Oh, we could. It
Yeah,
just wouldn't want it to be too close to that day.
absolutely. 'Cause we wouldn't want our legs worn
We
out.
don't want to overtrain. So,
That makes sense.
yeah. So I think we'll nail it. I'm excited for that.
I'm too.
What's the name of it?
That's great. It's in Turner,
Oh, cool.
and it was in our. I love our
Yeah.
triathlete group.
Yeah. I need to get more active in there again.
Yeah,
But
it popped up. I know a bunch of people
yeah,
are gonna
so
do it.
then there will be some listening that probably are participating or watching.
Yeah,
So if you are, like, reach out to us.
that's
Um,
I'll post it then. Where
yeah,
is
I
it?
just agreed to it. I didn't even know where it was or what it
Here
was called. I was
it
like, let
is.
me make sure I'm free. Yep,
It's
we're good.
the da, 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 come on internet. Ba, 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 ba. Cascade half marathon and 10K.
Mm, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing the Cascade half marathon.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's still open. People can still get tickets. Um, going through
Cool.
Sunday, January 19th. So actually, yeah,
Yeah.
we not the 14th, so we have a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome.
And then another thing that we're doing is Saturday, this Saturday night. Do you remember?
This Saturday night,
Right? Or
this
is it
Saturday night
Friday?
is fight
Oh,
night.
yeah, yeah, okay. I was
Yes.
like, I think it's Saturday.
I was just debating I was gonna go Saturday, Saturday, Saturday.
Uh, what's like I haven't spent too much time.
What's that?
Is it like MMA? What is it?
What's the
A
question?
fight.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I was so lost for a second. I'm like, what are you asking?
The fight night. I know there's different
We are
like
going
types.
to MMA
Okay,
fights.
that's what I
Yes.
thought. Yeah.
Yes. My
Yeah.
buddy Josh, soon to be your
Uh-huh.
buddy as well. Because once he gets done, he
Yeah.
said he's gonna come up to the area we're in. And
Yeah.
there's like drinks and everything up
Yeah.
there. Even though we're not big drinkers,
Yeah.
there'll
I'm
still
not
be
a
people to talk
drinker right
to
now
and
because I'm
stuff.
doing 75 hard phase 3 of the live
Exactly.
barrier.
You are so close though,
I'm so
right?
close. I got like 14 days left.
See, you're halfway through.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
this. But there'll be people up there to talk to and mingle with, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and we'll be able to
It'll be
congratulate
so
him or
fun.
talk to him.
Yeah.
Uh, he
Oh, wait,
they
he's fighting in it?
he's fighting in it.
Oh, I thought he was just some friend of yours that
No,
was gonna be, like, in the balcony
no,
with
yeah,
us.
yeah. He's
Oh,
actually fighting in
funny.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
we're going to
cool.
cheer him on
Heck
specifically. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the cool thing is like we
Awesome.
actually have like, like not rooting or something, you know what I mean? We have somebody
Well, yeah, we have,
specifically.
like, a reason to be there,
Yes,
someone to cheer for. Oh, I hope
exactly.
he wins. That's so
Right?
cool.
They just swapped his fighter last minute.
That's what you were talking
Okay,
about.
yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
what you were talking about. Oh my gosh, I
I
have
probably
not
messed up.
pieced together. I'm just like, I'm here for it. I don't know what's going on.
So yeah, this is a friend of mine I met at the gym.
Okay.
And
What's
he's a
his last name? That way people can root for him too.
yeah, his name's Josh Carver.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Carver?
yes, I believe now I'm like double I'm like
You're
"Meh."
yeah.
Well, you know me in words, like it wouldn't even be it just that would be my luck is I'd be messing it up.
Yeah.
Um
That's awesome.
Craver. I did mess it up.
Kramer.
Yep,
Oh,
see, that's
okay.
because I confused the A and the R. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Good
yeah.
for him.
And he's gonna fight and they swapped it on him last minute though, which can be
Good or bad?
well, it can be both. So
Yeah.
they both don't you prep for a fighter. You watch the way he
Mm-hmm.
fights, you look at his technique, you almost see how he moves, like because
Mm-hmm.
there's just like in poker, they have
Oh yeah.
tells,
Yeah.
you know? And once you get somebody new,
You gotta like restart that
yeah, he got like
research.
14 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I believe in Josh. I think he's
Yeah.
awesome. We've been talking about
Yeah.
it like in the back end and
Mm-hmm.
like I used to wrestle. I've been in combat stuff, so like we talked a little
Mm-hmm.
bit about it. Like just
Mm-hmm.
keeping the mindset of like there is no loss.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going and winning.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna go through and he's gonna walk through this guy. Like
Right. Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And stuff like that. And he's prepped. I'm stoked for him. I think he's
That's
ready.
so
Yeah.
cool.
And but that's part of what I love about the gym community is that
Mm-hmm.
there's so many people I can't tell you how many people I've met there and like we cheer each other on in different avenues, right? Like there was a
Mm-hmm.
gentleman at the party that's a real estate agent, Eric, I think is his name, right? And I met him at the
The gala?
yeah, him, what's his last name? He's a very tall individual. He works with
Ooh,
EXP.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
his lady friend had the red dress that
Yeah,
was beautiful.
yes.
Um,
Yeah,
yes.
he's awesome.
Yes. So I met him at the gym as well, right? And so like I've met friends that I'm so connected in with
Oh,
just through lifting.
Beachy, Eric
Yes. See, I
Beachy.
didn't want to get the last
I
name
was
wrong
trying
again.
to
I already
remember,
messed up Josh's.
but
I was
he's
like, I'm not
great.
doing
Yeah.
this again.
Oh
Like,
my
yeah,
gosh,
I'm not
yes.
doing this again. But yeah, so exactly. I'm just tons of different
Mhm,
connections.
mhm.
Um, but it's gonna be so much fun. And then
Yeah,
this is in Portland as well, which is gonna be a blast. And
yeah.
I like to show support to whoever we can
Mhm. Yeah,
overall.
that's awesome. So everybody follow Josh and root for him.
Yes.
Send him vibes and whatever else.
Yeah, this is I think his first fight. He's been fighting like he's kind of new to it. Like I
Whoa.
think he's done some fighting prior to this, but like he's just
Yeah,
gotten back into it.
cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been to an MMA fight in how old am I? Like, um, ugh, how old was I? 20, 18 years. I was 18 or
When you were
maybe
18?
19. So maybe, yeah,
Okay.
because I ring girled. I,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
I
yeah, so
remember I was
then
underage
right.
for drinking.
Right, to be
And then
clear.
I did. That's how I know.
Let's be clear about that.
Oh,
Yeah, underage
yeah.
for drinking.
Yay for prior me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
No, but
definitely was
that's
18.
fine. I mean, like if you're working somewhere, like it's different than if you were like 12 and doing a ring girl thing, that
Right,
would
right,
be
right. Yeah, no, I was 18 or
yeah, that would be
19.
a whole different story. Um,
Yeah.
no, but yeah,
But
so
I got to like sit right up front and
16 years roughly.
yeah. Yeah, I got to sit up front and it was like it was awesome. I
Yeah,
loved it.
no,
Yeah.
it's
And
awesome.
then I watch on TV, so I'm
Yeah.
super excited to go to one in
See,
person
that would be
again.
cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
But
great time.
now as a parent, I mean, now I'm a parent.
Yeah,
I wasn't back then.
right, right.
So now me as a parent's gonna look at them and go, "Oh my gosh, they're poor mothers."
Oh, you're gonna see the ring girls and think that.
Oh, no, 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 they're fine.
Oh,
No, the
oh,
fighters.
the
The
fighters.
fighters. Oh, no,
Oh,
not the ring
okay.
girl.
I was like,
I'm not
really?
judgy like
No,
that.
I didn't think so. That's why I was so surprised. I was like,
No,
what?
no, more
Okay.
power to them.
Yeah,
As long as they have the choice to be in there, more power. No,
absolutely. Make
the
your money.
fighters. I'm like, oh my God, they're poor parents, their
That makes way
moms. Their
more
moms are
sense.
crying right now. Like,
Yeah.
I just know it.
Both my moms said that's why they never came to my wrestling meets
Yeah, I would be sorry to watch
because
because you
they
could
didn't
watch a
want to
bone
watch
snap
me.
just like that.
Yeah, they said they didn't want to watch me.
You
Like
know,
they
brain
said, it looks like you're
damage.
fighting, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
it's controlled. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
but
it's just like because if you're just like walking down the street and you trip on a curb,
hmm
like you can like break your ankle.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
have
like
a.
imagine getting into a ring and you're fighting
But you
somebody.
can okay, so like not to be morbid, but that can happen anywhere. I
I
had
know.
a cousin who lost one of their children because
Yeah.
they fell off of a stool in their kitchen.
And they just like got their head.
They snapped
Yeah.
their neck, yeah. And so,
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
can happen
it can
anywhere.
happen anywhere,
But it's
you
like you're
know, and that's
purposely
horrible.
exposing yourself on
Agreed, agreed,
purpose.
agreed.
Like
But
your
you have to
risk
live.
is
You have to
higher.
live some.
I
I
hope they have
mean,
good life insurance.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But you got to live. Like, I mean, true. You should. You should get good life insurance and you should live. Like, I agree with
Yeah.
that 100%, you know?
Step 1 and
Yes,
step 2.
exactly. If you have anybody
Like
left
our step
behind,
1, figure out how to be invisible.
yes.
Easy. Once we pass that, it's
Once
just a
it's
cakewalk.
over for all of you. Once we figure out how to be invisible,
Yeah.
heisting.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, but man, yeah, it's gonna be maybe difficult to watch as like a parent now, because
That's a lot of, yeah.
um, but and because a lot of them, I mean, what's like the average age for these guys? In their 20s?
Maybe. I mean, like I think he's like in his 30s because he's a business owner
Okay.
and whatnot. But I mean, he could be in his 20s and be a business owner as well. That's not, it's just,
Yeah, he just
oh,
seems more like his era.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so, but I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sure their age ranges because you
Yeah.
just have to be an adult,
Right.
really.
Yeah. It's just weird because I have kids that within like 5, 6 years, they will be adults.
hmm
And so that's just where my mind goes. I'm
Oh, I
like,
get
oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah, my son will
Mhm.
be, I mean, he's two
Yeah.
years out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about that all the
I
time. Yeah,
know. It's
it
just like,
freaks
oh
me
my
out.
gosh. So, but no, I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. And so,
absolutely. Yeah,
anyways.
it's gonna be a blast. There's gonna be a lot of energy. I
Yeah.
think the best thing about that is that like you can go and scream and yell and have
Mhm.
fun, and it's not like you're causing a disturbance. It's part
Right.
of what it is,
Oh,
you
totally,
know?
yeah, and I'm all about that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love being in big crowds and being obnoxious and, like,
Yeah,
that's my jam.
it's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be great. Um,
So, but yeah, so you know this guy from the gym, that's
yes,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. You know me,
yeah.
always closing, always trying to be
Mhm.
out, talking to
Yeah.
people. I mean, I didn't just talk to him just to get.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound
But
like
you're
that.
making a meaningful connection, be like, "How can I support you? And then here's what I do, and this is how you can support me." Like,
Absolutely.
that's the whole, point of, like, the networking idea
Yeah.
and,
Well, and he and I we've talked a lot about our businesses and like
Mhm.
different ways of
What's
doing
his other
things.
business?
So he's actually in security,
Oh, okay.
which is great. He
Does he
started up he does like
like, he owns
armed
the
security.
company?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
starting
cool,
it out
okay.
and
Mhm.
like they
So when we're
do
rich and famous,
he will be our
we'll hire
guy.
his guys.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, and he's
That
got
makes sense, especially if he's a fighter.
right. Well, and I
Yeah.
believe he's a veteran as well.
Yeah.
So he's got the know-how.
Mhm.
And he's when we talked about it, like I couldn't tell you all the logistics of his business.
Yeah.
But I know that when he told me, like,
Mhm.
as a salesperson,
Mhm.
when somebody actually knows what they're saying
Mhm.
or if they're
Right.
bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah, and
and like we
he
went through it,
he
and he
must
definitely
know.
is. Yeah, he's on
Uh-huh.
top of his stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just at that area where we all are or were,
Mhm. Mhm.
where he's trying to break the ice. He is very brand new, right?
Mhm.
And so you have the cost to like loss and all the different
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
but like it's like if I can just show people what I can do,
Mhm.
like I know
Yeah.
it will grow,
Especially if he's the real deal.
Yeah, no, and so
He'll rise, keep rising above, so
definitely, and he just hired on a
that's
marketing
cool.
team. I'm really proud of
Mhm.
him. So
Mhm.
he's gonna do well.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome. That's good to know, just
yeah,
so we can us and anyone listening can keep him in mind.
yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah. So, I mean, and obviously you work out all the time and people are starting to recognize you for being an athlete,
Yes.
and which is why you get to be a moderator at
Da,
Energize and
da, da,
Elevate.
da. I know. I'm so excited.
Mhm.
Which ticket sales just went open for
Yeah,
today?
today.
Today.
Mhm.
Get your ticket today.
Yeah, I'm like, so they're just $20 for the early bird.
Yeah, which is
You get
nothing.
lunch, you get some free stuff, and you
There's
get
swag.
like, uh-huh, and you get a ton
What?
of like obviously knowledge,
Yeah,
like that you can walk. So like,
which is life swag
yeah, well, exactly
knowledge
for your swag, for your swag, for your brain,
for your
swag for
brain.
your brain.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Mm, I'm excited though. It's at a
yeah.
beautiful place.
Yeah, the
Um,
historic Grand Ballroom.
Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I actually
It's
did go
nice
blank. I
in
needed you
there.
to say that.
It's nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Mm.
is. It's beautiful in there.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. For $20 to be able to
Mhm.
come get some great knowledge about building your business, and
Mhm.
also if you're elevating your energy levels or even just
Yeah.
fitness levels and things like that.
Mhm.
And then all the different things we're going to talk about, and then get to lunch on top of that. I mean, I know people
Mhm.
who spend $20 on lunch every day anyways,
Yeah. I
so to be able
know.
to eat in a beautiful place around beautiful
I
people and great energy
know.
and having fun, why would you not?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to hear you moderate because, there'll be 2 different panels,
hmm
and so I think you're gonna be like great glue that holds them together.
Will I be moderating both panels?
Undecided.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
the speaker prep call will be, well, everyone's voting right now for all the speakers are voting on their preferred days and times, so majority
Oh,
rules, and
okay.
so yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna go with whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna vote on it.
Yeah, yeah, but probably both.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'll
So,
be fun.
but it'll be awesome.
That'll be
It
exciting.
is, our keynote is pretty cool.
Yeah. Very
He
exciting.
has, like, obviously you can't judge someone just by their followers, but like you can tell
hmm
when somebody deserves those followers, I guess, because of who they are as a human and how they run their business.
Right.
And there's the people are following them for the right reason, I guess. And so he has over 100,000 followers,
Right.
but he's from the area. He's a business owner
hmm
and a fitness guru.
Right.
So, having Eric Talento, ET the barber, will be
Into the
fun,
barber.
a really fun keynote, and
It will be.
he's going to drop some really good tactical advice and also mindset, from the stage
Absolutely.
that day.
I think he'll be great. I mean, like you said, while yes, you can't judge somebody by their followers per se,
Mhm.
right?
Right. Because sometimes it's
Especially
for the wrong reasons.
Well, absolutely,
So,
you can have somebody with 20,000 followers
mhm.
that aren't local, and
Yeah.
maybe they're not getting haircuts every day, but then somebody
Yeah.
with 700 local, and
Yeah.
they're filled schedules,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but he is in the business of building brands,
Mhm.
right? And that's part, if I remember right, that's part of his whole thing. Like he teaches people
Yeah.
how to build their
Mhm.
like Instagrams and
Yeah.
become a social.
He's a content
He is a content
creator.
creator.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
I couldn't think of
Yeah.
the
And
word.
he teaches others how to be.
He does a great job at it.
Yeah.
He's amazing at
And
it.
he
And
runs like a business.
the fact he has 100,000 is pretty
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he makes a difference in the world in a
Agreed.
positive way.
Yes.
And he somehow with all of that
Mhm.
finds a way to prioritize health and wellness into his life. And
Mhm.
that's kind of the point of the event. It's
Absolutely.
like no matter where you are, if you are not on a fitness journey but want to know where to start, or
Right.
if you're like fit and you just need that motivation to keep going or just be around like-minded people, like no matter
Yeah.
where you are on the scale, the event is it will be leaving you like excited, motivated, and you'll have like next steps to like level up
Right.
or to start.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't started and I don't want anyone feeling intimidated by who's on the stage. Like,
Mhm.
yes, everyone up there is a subject matter expert.
Right.
But I don't want anybody feeling intimidated by that. Like, if
Right.
you've never set foot in a gym, like, show up. We all have had a point in our life where we never stepped foot in a gym.
Everybody has a starting
Like,
point.
everybody has a
Yes.
starting point, and you're gonna be welcomed and encouraged and
Absolutely.
around people that lift you up and elevate you. I mean, that's the whole
Right.
point of it.
Yes.
Like elevate, and so energize and elevate. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm super excited about it.
I am as well. And I agree with you. I think that, there shouldn't be any intimidation or wherever you're at in your fitness journey. We
Mhm.
want you there.
Yeah.
Um, because I can tell you 100% that a lot of these people that look certain ways looked a different way at one point,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um,
And it's like it starts in your like mind,
right.
really. And
Absolutely.
eventually, yeah, it like a byproduct of it displays physically.
Right.
But that isn't like I guarantee you the physical appearance isn't anybody that's on stage, it's not their motivator.
Right.
It happens as a byproduct, but the motivator is having like control over your life and
The
look
health.
but like prioritizing your mental health and your physical health
Hmm.
and like self-care and just like so many reasons that are really important and not skin deep.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Mhm.
I would agree with you 100%, especially the
Yeah.
mental health side of things. I think
Mhm.
it's great. And there's a lot
Yeah.
of side of that that people don't
Mhm.
understand comes
Mhm.
along with the serotonin release of working out and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also as busy professionals, whether we're business owners, obviously I will have my team of real estate agents there, but it goes for
Hmm.
any busy professional or entrepreneur. Like a lot of times we don't have time to like not that we don't have time, but we don't know how to maybe make the time. Like we're at some sort of a block to where it's hard to figure out how to have time to like meal plan or meal prep or not
Yes.
just go to a drive through. That can
Yes.
be really hard. So it's like, where do we start? Like a lot of people say, I don't have the time. And so, okay, maybe we recognize I haven't made the time, but sometimes there's still a block. Like, how do I make the
Hmm.
time? Like, how do I know what to prioritize or what to let go of? What happens
Right.
if I can't let go of anything because it's not my choice? Like, all of these things. And so, this event will help you navigate that too.
That's
Stuff like
awesome.
that.
Because
Hmm.
everybody's situation is specific.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Like
Yeah.
there was a short time I did personal training and did
Mhm.
meal prepping with people.
Mhm.
You nailed it right there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Every single person was different and had a different life, right? And
Yeah.
one solution wouldn't work for the other.
Mhm.
And so
Right.
that's great. That'll help a lot of people out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So I'm glad you're a part of it, and I'm
Thank
excited to
you.
be one of the co-hosts of it.
Yeah, I'm excited you guys are throwing it. I mean, like,
Mhm.
that's amazing. I think that that has been one of the great things to watch you do is like
Mhm.
how you've elevated every party you've ever thrown or get together or event, whatever the
Yeah.
proper word
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah.
right?
I'm getting a little better with every
Um,
event, but I do want to say, and she's actually a listener of our podcast, so she will listen to this. But
yes,
one of the other co-hosts is Tatiana, who's also
yes,
a real estate agent.
absolutely.
Not
I know
all
what
the
you're talking
hosts
about.
are, but yeah, so she's diving in and like jumping in on this event. This is our
Awesome.
second one that we're co-hosting with
That's cool.
Maddie and Mia. So yeah, excited about that too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All great
So
people.
yeah.
Yeah,
So if you're listening, get your tickets. We want to
get
see
your
you there live
tickets.
and in
That's
person.
right.
Support me as a host, support Oli as a moderator,
Absolutely. They'll be
learn some
across
things. Y-
social media platforms.
mhm. There is a VIP upgrade, and it's only $10 upgrade, so
What do you get
that'll
with
be
the
worth it.
VIP upgrade?
So for that, you will get front row seating because
Okay.
there's going to be 100 people there.
Right.
So I mean, we'll make sure there's good visibility in the back, but front row is always awesome for your content, seeing whatever. And then you will get as extra like a special swag bag as
Nice.
well. So worth the $10.
Absolutely.
But we only have limited. I have something in my eye.
That
We
happens.
it's
Still your
limited though,
eyeball.
so those will be gone soon. But
Yeah.
that's why I'm trying to tell people about it. So
No, that makes sense. Well, and
mhm.
for a $10 upgrade, the seat alone is worth it.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So it'll be like literally right behind the speakers.
That's awesome.
So, anyways, yeah,
Cool.
cool.
That's that's awesome. Well, cannot wait.
Yeah,
What else? Let's see. Other than that, I think that's all the updates on this week.
I
It's been
think
a good
so.
week.
I
Like a lot of
know.
stuff kind of it's funny, a lot of stuff going on, you know what I mean? You
I
could always
know.
talk about more, I'm sure even as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, we got the events, got the marathons coming up and all
saw
that.
Bobcat.
Saw a bobcat. I
Yeah,
still can't believe we saw a bobcat.
I know. I've literally only ever seen it in the high desert.
I doesn't
The Die Hazard
the die hazard.
Museum
Rub it off
in
on you.
Central Oregon. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I remember thinking like it's so huge, but I never
Yeah,
thought the actual ones in the wild were also that
right.
huge. I just thought, oh, maybe they take care of it or they just got the biggest one
It's
or
overfed
whatever.
because of
No, like
captivity.
this thing was as big as that one. I was like, that is a literally, it could attack us. If it was like, I mean, it would probably have to feel threatened or
Right.
very hungry and not have access to food. But still, like
Absolutely.
it's strong enough to like
Oh
really
yeah.
hurt you or
Oh
worse.
yeah, and I'm sure its fangs and claws are
Oh my
probably, I mean, like you're
gosh.
talking
I
about.
don't even like my house cat when he gets pissed off at me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the worst to get scraped up. Like,
yeah.
thankfully my cat doesn't freak out too much during like baths.
Yeah.
Every now
Oh,
and
I
then
would
she'll try
never
to
give
get
him one.
away.
Yeah.
But I've trained her since she was young, so she sits
Yeah.
pretty well. As long as I
Uh-huh.
keep the water nice and
That's
warm,
so, yeah.
she'll sit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, which is where I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Pretty crazy weekend though, for
yeah,
sure.
was absolutely.
So, all right. Well, on the next episode, we do have a dating story to share.
We do.
So that will be kind of fun.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're always blessed. You guys got to keep
Yeah.
writing in stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
any kind of stories, really. Again, nothing
Yeah.
if you're just like, Christmas morning, we sit and drink hot chocolate.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's cool, but we really also don't care.
Yeah. Give us the interesting stuff.
Like unless you're bringing us hot chocolate here, we don't
Ooh,
really care. But
that's
you
true.
can bring us hot chocolate.
Absolutely.
If you bring us hot chocolate, we'll talk about your hot chocolate.
Yes. Yes. I like it. Yep. And on that note, it's been the Real Cut Podcast.
Where we bring you. All right.